who have a game in hand.
72 Scottish Cup final, but months later Hibs had their day.
And here at Hampden Park, the Hibernian team is on the expected lines. Jim Herriott, John Brownlee and Eric Shadler, Pat Stanton, Jim Black and John Blackley, Alec Edwards, Jim O'Rourke, Alan Gordon, Alec Cropley and Arthur Duncan. The Celtic side shows a number of changes. Evan Williams is in goal, Danny McGrain and Jim Brogan, Pat McCluskey, Billy McNeil and David Hay, Jimmy Johnston, George Connolly, Kenny Dalglish, Harry Hood and Lou McCarry. And it's Celtic attacking the goal on the left. Johnston to Dalglish, out to Hood, Johnston offside. The Hampden pitch has soaked up a lot of rain in the last week. One or two heavy looking patches, but it doesn't appear to be in too bad condition. Edwards, not a good pass, intercepted by Hay. Forward to McCarry. McCarry slightly overrunning it, but free kick there for obstruction against Alec Edwards. Quickly taken and it goes to Hay. Hay lofting it across. Good turning it forward. McNeil was there, couldn't get to it. Alan Gordon came back with him to fleece the big Celtic centre half. The ball turned out of play for Celtic's throw on the far side. After a miserable morning, conditions are very much better. The morning rain has eased off, dry at the moment. Harry Hood jockeying for position there, but John Blackley turning the ball out of play. Another throw to Celtic. McCluskey tries a long one. McNeil again looking for it. The ball headed away there by Blackley. The first corner of the match to Celtic. Dalglish takes it, it's a good one. Out comes Herriott, that's a confident save. The kind of goalkeeper likes to make early in a match. So Hibs kick off at the start of the second half. The score sheet is blank. We've got a lot of good football from both sides. A lot of near things, and here's Cropley coming through. Ball spinning across the far side. Well taken by Brogan, wisely deciding not to pass back there, but that's a bad pass, giving it away to Edwards. Edwards now for Hibs, drifting it across, looking for Gordon. McNeil's there. Everybody misses it. Duncan into the side net, and that could have been a real chance for Hibernian. And in the background, the police moving into the crowd, play going on. Ball with the win from Williams, returned by Blackley. Brogan and Edwards underneath it. Free kick to Celtic. Finally quickly to Johnston. Stanton. O'Rourke. Stanton up on his feet quickly for the return pass. Stanton coming through. Gordon trying to give him a return, doesn't succeed. It's clear, but only as far as Brownlee. Edwards back to Brownlee. Brownlee making room for himself, working his way through. Good tackle by Hay. Hibs still have it though. Tenacious Edwards. Back to Black. Long forward toward Gordon. Free kick to Hibs just outside the box. One would imagine that Alec Edwards would somehow try to mastermind this situation. O'Rourke and Stanton there. O'Rourke leaves it to Edwards. Edwards chips it forward. Chance for Stanton. It's a goal! Stanton scores! 15 minutes in the second half. A classic free kick situation. An O'Rourke dummy, Edwards lob forward. Stanton walking round the keeper. Banged the ball into the net from not an easy angle. And that's the first goal of the match. Superbly taken by Hibs skipper Pat Stanton. Headed down by Black. Good racing for it. Breaks to McCluskey. Comes to O'Rourke. And Cropley really moving. McGreen challenging well though. Fine play by Danny McGreen under real pressure there. My goodness, Alec Cropley certainly shifted to get to that one. Duncan infield. Lovely ball to Stanton. Stanton forcing his way through. Stanton for Hibs outside the box. Dispossessed. Breaks to the right. Edwards thinks about a shot. Lets one go. Breaks towards Brownlee. Connolly onto it quickly. Brownlee challenging. Connolly beats him nicely. Up towards the halfway line. Black and Hood thrusting for it. Comes to Edwards. What a game now. Edwards takes the ball for a long walk. Keeps possession though. Finally loses it. This is McCluskey. The hard-working McCluskey stepping in. Beats Edwards beautifully. Head down the line. Shadler challenging. McCluskey up very quickly. Shadler there. Back to Herriot. A tremendous game now. Picked up by Stanton. Stanton out to Edwards. Never stands still for a second. Edwards back to Stanton. Beautiful ball. O'Rourke's clear. Stanton lofting it across. O'Rourke. What a goal! What a goal! Magnificent goal by Jim O'Rourke. He's away behind the goal. There he is. A superb cross from Stanton. Edwards, Stanton, O'Rourke. 2-0. 21 minutes played in the second half. Cropley taking a wee bit of time before he takes it. Sweeps it away to the far side to Brownlee. Brownlee lofting it across. Stanton's there. Chance for Gordon. Stopped on the line. O'Rourke. Another defence-splitting move by Hibernian. Superb move. Alan Gordon's shot turned away on the line. O'Rourke's whiz-bang return wide of the goal. Goal kick to Celtic. Cropley. Forward towards Duncan. McGreen. Ball's just out. That's Hibs throw. 20 minutes to play. Celtic nothing, Hibs 2. Scorers Stanton and O'Rourke. Cropley's throw easily turned away by Celtic. Johnston through to Hay. Hay trying to force his way through the centre. Breaks to Brownlee. Out to Stanton. Edwards on his right. Stanton is shimmying a dummy through the centre. Stanton coming right through. Left foot shot hits the post. Brilliant thrust by Stanton. Still 2-0. Shadler for Hibs. Hibs still hammering forward. Duncan. Fine tackle by McGreen. Out now to Hood. Celtic looking for a flash of inspiration to get back into this match. Dalglish. Johnson back on the right wing, and he's completely unmarked. Johnson gets it. First time he's been on the right wing since the match started. Works his way in field. Tackled by Shadler. Breaks out to Hood. Hood across goal. Dalglish heading in. Taken by Herriot. Gordon. Stanton. Stanton, typical Stanton pass to the outside of the boot to Duncan. Duncan making a beeline for the goal, overrunning it though. He stepping in, out to Connolly. And there's a chance here. Dalglish played onside by Shadler. Dalglish should score, and he does. Magnificent goal by Celtic's best forward. .5 minutes to play. Tom Callaghan has been on the field 2 minutes. And that's Celtic back in this match. And we can put the kettle on for a brisk last 12 minutes, I'm sure of that. Magnificent goal by Dalglish. Stanton, drop play. Returned by McGrain. Shadler. Shadler getting it away any old how. Connolly forcing his way through. Stopped by Duncan, but free kick. Foul by Blackley. Hood and McCluskey. They're not 10 yards away, the Hibs players. Billy McNeil tides as if he was waiting for a sprint to start away on the far side. In he comes, McNeil's there. Goal kick. Beautifully taken kick. Stanton. Down towards the corner flag. Who's up first? Stanton. Edwards. Astonishing ball control by Stanton and Edwards there. Right on the byline. And a free kick to Celtic. Referee saying to Hay and Edwards, shake hands. The handshakes are genuine. The tensions and pressures of a cup final reflected there. Both players. It's been an extremely clean and sporting match. And it's almost over. Celtic's throw. And it's time up now. I make it time up. Mr. McKenzie looking at his watch. Ball lobbed forward there. And it's all over. And at last, Hibs win the Scottish League Cup. Magnificent effort by Hibs. Stanton going across there with the team over to where the Hibs supporters are in the terracing.
Pat Stanton would join Celtic 5 years later and enjoy success with them. But he'll be remembered as a great Hibs skipper who excelled that day at Hampden, scoring the first goal and laying on the second.
It was a long time in coming, but it's only when you look back on that game and you see the old tapes of it, and the players that are actually on the park, your Dalglishes, your David Hayes, your George Conleys, and on the Hibs side you had people like John Brownlee, who was going to be a tremendous player, but unfortunately got a leg break early in his career, but Alec Cropley. But everywhere you looked on the park in that game, there was some good players.
And of course you'd sustained a heavy defeat at Celtic's hands in the Scottish Cup final, so psychologically that was an important one for Hibs as a club. Yeah,
it was important for us to get back there. You know, after that cup tie, which we just didn't take part. You know, we went to Hampden that day, and we went out in the park. Like I say, we didn't take part. But it was a funny thing. The League Cup, when we beat them, I remember that day that we met at Easter Road, and it was a bitterly cold day. And we were driving up we were on the bus going up Easter Road, and a kid standing on the pavement threw a brick, smashed the back window of the bus. But rather than go to the garage and get another bus, we just continued all the way through to Glasgow. So we're sitting there pretty cold, but we're wide awake. And I wondered if times Eddie Turnbull started smashing the window a wee bit more often.
Another hero that day had been former Dunfermline player Alex Edwards, who had tasted cup final defeat and victory with the Fifers at Hampden.
Eddie Turnbull really rescued my career because I'd been at Dunfermline in the good times, all the good players were going, and at one time I was going to Leeds United. The deal fell through because the manager at that time wouldn't sell me. So I was on the building sites working. I went on strike as a player for 6 months. So I wasn't used to carrying bricks, but I went on strike for 6 months. And Eddie Turnbull phoned me up and asked I'd like to go to Hibs. And I jumped at the chance. So Eddie Turnbull bought me, and from then the career just started again. Probably better than ever.
Eddie was an exceptional coach, wasn't he?
Eddie was a brilliant guy, but he's the most crabbit man I ever met in my life.
And of course, you were to go into more success then with Hibs, winning the League Cup against Celtic in 1972.
Yeah. Yeah, a guy who helped me as well at Easter Road was Bertie Auld. He was in the position of midfield when I went there, and he taught me quite a lot, and I took his place. And ever since, Bertie and I have been very good friends. Very nice guy, Bertie Auld.
If you look back to the Hibs team of the early 70s, they were capable of winning a championship. I think when John Brownlee broke his leg, it was a huge setback because they were playing great football.
Yeah, John Brownlee was something special. I mean, he had everything. Turnbull used to get on to him for being lazy, but it was just his sort of style. Yeah, Turnbull would just shout and swear at him, come on, you get running. But it was just, easy-going guy. But he was a fantastic player. Guys like Alec Cropley, he was another fantastic player. Pat Stanton, which he was a die-hard. But then it all come wrong again, and then he was moved on. Jimmy Root was moved on, and Alan Gordon was moved on, and I think I was about the last to leave in the long run.
Eager to